Hi. Sorry for not posting. Oh my god, it says sorry for not posting. I'm gonna turn closed captions off. So, anyway. Hi. Sorry for not posting in a month. The only person who has watched this channel before is someone who doesn't really like BLM, and that, makes me feel some sort of way. Um, but anyways, we're not here to discuss BLM. I have a video on that. We're here to discuss what is socialism and what is communism. It is not when the government does stuff. Socialism definition. Socialism is when the people own the means of production. The means of production is the stuff needed to make things. The means of production are land, labor, capital, and this one's a new one for me, entrepreneurship. All economic practices that are left of capitalist ideas are socialist. Just for clarification, Finland is not socialist. It is something called a social democracy. I'll get to democratic socialism later. Another definition of socialism is a transitional stage between capitalism and communism. Usually people are supposed to have the means of production once a state declares itself socialist. Now, maybe asking, then what is communism? Communism definition. Communism is when there is a stateless, classless society where the people own the means of production. That's it. That's all communism is. The means of production. To give an example of the means of production, I'll use memes, or really meme making. Land. Basically the land, or anything that comes from the land. In this case, since we don't have physical land, the meme-making website is the land. Labor, the effort used in making the product. In this case, it's making the meme, the effort you put in. Doesn't matter if you're tired or not, you used labor. Capital, the machinery, the tools, the building. In this case, you could say the capital is the meme-making software or your computer. Entrepreneurship, basically someone who brings all this stuff together. You. Those were the bones. Now you may be wondering, what about the USSR or China? Well, China, as it is today, is something called a state capitalistic country. Basically, the state runs the businesses and gets the reward. Instead of shareholders, it's political leaders. Now, just as there is authoritarian capitalism, China as it is today, Saudi Arabia, Russia, there is and was authoritarian communism, the USSR, Cuba, Maoist China. A lot of places that get authoritarian rule, whether it be communist, capitalist, or otherwise, usually get there because of a coup or a revolution. After that event occurs and things turn tyrannical, there is usually only two routes can go: authoritarianism or another coup/revolution. As you can see, not every capitalist country is authoritarian. Just as there is democratic capitalism, there can be democratic socialism, and yes, even democratic communism. Things that are not socialist. The white supremacists that lived in Germany between the years of 1930 and 1945, they openly and loudly hated socialism and communism, and they hated unionists. Unionists are basically people who want to set up trade unions and fight for the rights of workers. The first people to be sent away were the leftists. They used a red triangle to denote their victims. It is the same red triangle Trump used in some of his ads. Nordic countries. Though they do have socialist parties, the country as a whole would be a social democracy. A social democracy is capitalism with a lot of benefits. Medicare for all. This one is usually only a talking point in the US. Medicare is not, I repeat, is not a socialist plot. Hope you enjoyed the video. Here are some links, I'll post them down below, and enjoy. That was what is socialism and what is communism. It's not when the government does stuff. It's when the people, just to recap, it's when people own the means of production, that is socialism. Communism is when there is a stateless, classless society where the people own the means of production. Socialism is just when the people own the means of production. Another definition of socialism is a transitional stage between capitalism and communism. So anyways, goodbye. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks.